Please welcome the Academy of Management's President, Quinetta Roberson, and President-elect Herman Aguinis.
Hello, I'm Quinetta Roberson, Academy of Management President, and I'm so pleased to be here with you today.
And I am Herman Aguinis, Academy of Management President-elect. We hope you've been enjoying the past 5 days as much as we have.
We're here today to share a few highlights from the past few days, provide you with a chance to weigh in, and transition the Academy leadership at the end of this volunteer term.
We'll also be sharing some Academy of Management updates and also thanking key contributors with a view towards 2022. We have a very bright future for the Academy, and we want to make sure you're part of it, not just as participants, but also as active builders of our collective future.
I have to start off by saying that it's exciting to see and experience some of the ways we've learned from the past year's first ever virtual annual meeting and adapted for greater inclusion and flexibility with this year's program. Here's a few interesting stats about this year's meeting. First, registrants for this year totaled 9,587. Those participating in this year's annual meeting come from 94 different countries. It's also interesting that we had in this annual meeting over 1,405 live sessions and 257 on-demand sessions. And last but not least, more than 700 individuals were able to attend this year's annual meeting with complimentary registration, which was enabled primarily through our wonderful division and interest groups who provided waivers and scholarships.
That is amazing, Quinetta. And to be perfectly honest, last year, when I had the honor and privilege of serving as program chair for our first ever virtual conference, we were not sure we would be able to pull it off. But now that we're doing this for the second time, I can say we have mastered the art of putting together a virtual conference. Personally, I was very happy that I was able to participate in so many events. For example, in the daily member chats, I was also able to welcome participants in the new doctoral student consortium, most of whom are experiencing the Academy and the annual meeting for the first time. I also shared updates about the Academy with student and faculty members of the PhD project. I attended and presented at all Academy themed sessions about bringing the manager back in management. Overall, I just love being able to engage with sessions from all of our 26 divisions and interest groups. Here's a little secret, just between us, okay? I love being able to do this without having to run from hotel to hotel, breaking a sweat in my suit. We hope all of you have good stories to share after engaging in our annual meeting.
This is actually the point at which we would love to hear from you. Please take a minute to read through a poll, which you can access from the polls tab in the session page, and tell us about your experiences. While you take a moment to participate in the poll, we'll be sharing a few brief business updates from the Academy of Management. Thanks so much for participating. We've got some really interesting results from the poll. Herman, I don't know if you saw this, but 33% of the people here attended sessions that were outside of their field that they thought would be interesting. I think also 29% have offered feedback to others on their work, which I think is great because we know that thinking about last year, people saying that they wanted that feedback and that engagement with others. So it's great to see so many people connecting and engaging. So thank you for your participation in that. Well, it's time. After what was a busy and challenging, yet rewarding year, I am pleased to be turning over leadership of the Academy of Management to our next president, Herman Aguinis. While many of you may know Herman by his 9 books, 170 referee journal articles, 45 book chapters, H-Index, or Wikipedia page, I know Herman best through his service to the Academy. I've had the pleasure of working with him over the last 3 years and can attest to his thought leadership, his member focus, and his passion for sustaining the Academy as the preeminent professional association for management and organization scholars. For these reasons, I am so excited to watch, experience, and support Herman as he leads us through the next year and to bestow him with this symbolic transfer of the presidency. So with that, I will pass the gavel to Herman. Got it?
Voila. Thank you, Quinetta. Thank you. I got it. Magic. So, Quinetta, thank you so much. Thank you very much. You're just an amazing role model. I want to personally thank you for all the advice and realistic previews you gave me over the past 3 years. I hope I will be able to count on you for your wisdom during my term as Academy president. Say yes, please. Please say yes, please. Okay, yes, thank you so much. Okay, so as Isaac Newton famously wrote in 1675 in a letter to his friend Robert Hooke, if we are able to see further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants. So I would like to pay special tribute and show our appreciation to our Academy's immediate past president, Professor Jackie Coyle Shapiro of the London School of Economics. First, let me say a few words about Jackie and her highly influential scholarship. We all admire her research and have learned a lot from it. She has improved our understanding of a key issue in organizations: when, why, and how employees have a good or a bad relationship with their employers, and what happens as a consequence. She has answered this question by improving our understanding of justice in organizations and the psychological contract. Because of her impactful contributions to scholarship, it is no surprise that Jackie is a fellow of the Academy of Management, and also she has served as senior editor for the Journal of Organizational Behavior. There is one particular study that I read many, many years ago, and I still remember because it is so insightful. Her 2000 article in Journal of Management Studies was based on more than 7,000 participants in Britain. She showed that a majority of employees experience psychological contract breach. What is that? This means that most employees feel that their organizations do not meet their obligations. This is such a relevant and important finding, particularly today in the aftermath of COVID. Think about it. This article was published 20 years ago, and yet it is absolutely relevant today because so many organizations have treated their employees so badly during the pandemic. That is, just like Jackie's research documented, many organizations have not met their obligations. And as a consequence, so many of them across industries are now anticipating a turnover tsunami. All of this was predicted by Jackie's research 20 years ago. Let me say a few words about Jackie as a leader. Jackie walks the talk. She has used her own research to lead the Academy of Management. She has served on the Academy Executive Committee during the past 5 years. During this entire time, she has been a critical voice to make sure that we, as an organization, do meet our obligations toward all Academy members. I talked about Jackie as a scholar, and I talked about Jackie as a leader. Let me now say something a little more personal and a bit of personal advice for all of you as well. Do not mess with Jackie. I repeat, do not mess with Jackie. She's a boxer, and she has used all of her amazing skills in leading the Academy of Management, heavy lifting, speed, and agility. Jackie, it's been a great pleasure having you on the board. Thank you for all the time and effort you have invested in the Academy of Management and our entire field. Please don't go too far. We will be reaching out to you for help to make sure we continue to fulfill our organizational obligations.
One unique acknowledgement that I would like to share is relevant across our membership. An anonymous submitter shared a unique All Academy Award nomination this year that seeks to recognize and thank all of those who are teaching across the globe throughout the pandemic. The submission notes, there have been so many heroic efforts by faculty and teachers, our colleagues, that have gone unnoticed, and so many who deserve a hearty thank you. You are amazing for switching modes of classes, being a mentor and brave for students who are scared and overwhelmed when they themselves were dealing with illness and death of family, friends, and students, an inability to see their own families as many work outside of their home countries of citizenship. And too many people have had to say goodbye without being able to hold their loved ones, all happening while so many academic institutions are under criticism and resource constraints and tensions due to social injustice. Every scholar educator has a story to tell from our shared experiences of this pandemic reality and the effects on our profession. So, on behalf of the Academy of Management and our leadership team, we honor the generous and authentic spirit of this award nomination and hope that every Academy of Management educator feels seen and heard. If no one else has told you, allow me to say, thank you. You are amazing.
Thank you, Quinetta, for such an impactful acknowledgement. We've had an amazing conference. I want to personally thank everyone for your engagement. And thank you for attending this session right now. We really appreciate it. As I begin my role as president of the Academy of Management, we will invest quite a bit of effort thinking about how we can continue to build a better future together. We is key. This is not just about the Academy leadership. This is not just about the Academy staff. It is about you, all of us. 9,600 participants from 94 different countries at the conference and 19,000 Academy members. All of us are contributing right now, and I am confident we will continue to do so. The Academy of Management is thriving in spite of the pandemic. Why is that? Because we have an engaged and committed global community of researchers and educators. But we're not going to sit on our laurels. We congratulate ourselves because, frankly, we earn it. And also, given the past year, we all need to party a little bit. But we do not interrupt our journey. We continue to grow. We continue to improve. We continue to move forward. As Quinetta said in her presidential address, and if you have not watched it, I suggest you do, the Academy of Management is meeting our moment. I have seen it again and again throughout the conference and over the course of the entire pandemic. As we look ahead, we will continue to work with our division and interest groups, our journals, Academy staff, and all Academy members to strengthen the Academy of Management's value proposition. You may be asking, how are we going to do that specifically? We will be working on 5 broad strategic directions. Number 1, reimagining membership and the value of membership. Number 2, fueling division and interest group innovation and support. Number 3, reinventing meetings for hybrid, in-person, and virtual modalities. Number 4, propelling technology for the 21st century. And number 5, solidifying operational sustainability. I hope you are as excited as we are about our collective journey. And speaking of the future, I am very happy to welcome our newly elected Board of Governors members who will be on this journey with us as we forge ahead. Thank you all for the amazing last few days, which we know resulted from months and months of hard work. The future is very bright for the Academy of Management. We will continue to adapt and improve the Academy's value proposition, including a new hybrid model for the 2022 annual meetings in Seattle. I can't wait to get my suitcase ready and head to Seattle as I think about the theme that Sharon Alvarez, incoming program chair and vice president-elect, has developed. The theme is so apropos. It is creating a better world together. Thank you all and stay well. See you soon. Bis bald. Seid ihr. Tot ziens. A bientôt. Nos vemos pronto. Vejo vos em breve. A presto.
Bye.